past and future seas, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return! Arise out of the dewy grass. Night is worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you. Greetings and salutations. It is I, your spiritual entertainer, your bard, here with you once again. Every day I am here for you, to have conversation with you. Got a little bit different background, got a yellow sunset-themed Owen symbol here. And Ryan O'Neill is here. Good to see you, Ryan O'Neill, and our good friend Sir Flamedrop, the jeweler, always making these wonderful artifacts in the world. Good to have you here. And I see Vixen is here as well. All of these wonderful people who come here for your spiritual entertainment. The well never runs dry, right? The well never runs dry. We are always having these conversations, always in constant state of spiritual entertainment. There's never a time when things get dull around here. And before I got on, I used a part of my show yesterday to make a YouTube short, and I talked about the alchemy of pain, or pain alchemy. You know, the idea in alchemy is you have, an alchemical vessel. You have, think of like putting two chemicals together. And once you put those two chemicals together, they die and become something new. Like the idea of the mother, the father, the child. The other two become no longer what they are. You have this new reality that is formed in the alchemical vessel. And that's what you can do with your pain, with your suffering. The suffering doesn't have to just be suffering. You have the power to transform it. You have the power to speak to it, to make it more, to add to it. When you add to it, for instance, hope, it becomes more than suffering, right? It becomes transformed. It is given purpose. And the idea, what Nietzsche said, what doesn't kill us can make us stronger. That is a fact of life, that you have the power to change the circumstances of your suffering that you have in your life, right? Even if the suffering is ongoing, right? Good to see the servant of Anubis is here. The idea, like I suffer from chronic pain. We talk about that, right? We talk about the various people who suffer. Come on here. There's a lot of people with physical ailments, right? What are you going to do with that? What are you going to let your physical ailment dictate how you're going to live? Are you going to let it dictate your future and destiny? Or are you going to transform that suffering that says you can't do anything? Are you going to transform it into something great? When people are able to transform their suffering, there's power there. And this is a great mystery of life. Let's see here. I got to refresh my screen here just a moment. Let's see. All right. So Rainco Fall. Reality is a moral stress test. It was never meant to be real. It was never meant to reveal the game. Live the life with free will. The stakes who become when no one's watching. How do you know that? You are saying reality is a moral stress test. How do you know that? Where are you getting your evidence for this? It was never meant to be real. It's very real to me. I don't adhere to transcendent philosophies like the world, the idea that this is just a testing ground, or this world that we live in doesn't matter. All that matters is where you're going, that we're somehow in a simulation. I reject all those ideas. The Druidry sees the world that you live in as very real. And in that reality, we have a responsibility. And the responsibility is to see the beautiful, to reveal it, to share it, to guide it. That is what you see. The world to me is very real. I think a lot of you are saying the stakes who become when no one's watching. Well, that's the reality, that there's always a presence. There's never no presence. There's never a separation. So I personally don't adhere to those ideas. I did in the past, but I no longer do that. All right, someone's already getting deleted. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, a big crybaby here. Governator is his call. He's whining and bitching on here. Let's see here. And he's what he did was he put STFU. You know what that means, right? And then he puts Christian symbols on there. Like that's such a contradiction, right? You suffer terribly too, Bard. It is a great burden being this handsome. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, I have people fall in love with me every day when I'm on here. Your sister's birthday is today. Well, wonderful. What is your sister's name's? Wanker. Yeah, happy birthday, Wanker. All right, Noah. Christ is your king. Kedadwin is my queen. Yeah, there we go. What is this nonsense here? More anti-Semitism is here. Raven the Redeemed, good to have you here. And the High Priestess of the Orchard is here. Gwendolyn, good to have you here, Isadai. Now, with that picture you took of your cat does not look 20 years old. Usually old cats, they lose their hair. Is that a picture from earlier in your cat's life? Gwendolyn here shared a picture of her cat, which is ancient, an ancient cat that she has, and it looks quite healthy. I mean, it has all of its hair. Like my oldest cat, my grandmother had a cat, and it was about maybe 15 years old, and it was like half blind, and it, some of its hair was gone. It looked kind of mange. It was in poor health when it died. But your cat, it looks quite healthy, quite healthy. Oh, let's see. Is that Oblivion music? Joke and Joe, you are a person of culture. Only people with culture, they understand this is Oblivion music, because most people, they come on there, is this Skyrim music? It is not Skyrim, damn it. Only people with culture like yourself, Joke and Joe, you see the value in the music here. That's your wife's kitty you were kissing? Oh, so that's a younger cat. That's not the one that you had that was quite old. Let's see here. Thank you for making you laugh. You're welcome, Tracy Joe Hill. If you're enjoying it, go up and give that thumb a touch up there. You see that thumb on the top of your phone? That is what helps me to make a living. So I appreciate people that can touch the thumb button. Yeah, or you can also subscribe. I do this every day. I'm an entertainer. I mix spirituality and comedy together. Mostly you people bring the comedy. I just respond to some of the ridiculous stuff that people put on here. She's only 6. Oh, she's a young. Then that would explain why the cat looks so young. Let's see. You'll upload a picture of your cat later? Okay. Nathan Brandon 5. It's good to see you. Good to have you here. Ingenious Tracy says. Yes, there's only one spiritual entertainer in this world. Only one person that can pull it off. Only someone as myself. Others have tried and have failed. No one can do what the bard does, right? I have the power of Grayskull. My allergies are getting to me here. Oh, yeah. Good morning to you. You are going to take your morning meds. Be right back. Yeah. Well, thank you for medicating yourself is very important when watching the bard, so you can have the maximum enjoyment of the spiritual entertainment. Right? You have to do that sometimes. Right? Yeah. Remember your meds today. I've taken mine. One of the things I take every day is a vitamin B supplement, the vitamin B plus or whatever. It's got all the herbs and spices in it, and I've taken that every day for like maybe 15 years. And every time I go give blood, my vitamin B is off the chart. But my doctor says I am extremely healthy for my age. And I credit that to vitamin supplements. I'm almost 50 years old, and people, I look younger than what most people say. Let's see here. Seth, good to see you again. Time to smoke. You're smoking a bowl. Look at you. Yeah, you're doing it natural. Yeah, hydrate. Sit up. Anyone spoke to Lilith? No, I haven't seen her in a while. Are you talking about our friend Lilith that comes on here? I haven't seen her in a few months. Are you talking about some goddess that is on the Starbucks canisters? And our good friend, our Slavic pagan friend here, the brainless one, is here. Good to have you here, our friend. Always nice to see the only Slavic pagan that I know. Most people there that I know are Nordic pagan, but the brainless one has brought diversity to our pagan friend experience here. The Norse one is the big one. I think it is the most organized, and there's a lot of substance there. Very few people I have met have been other types. We've had Hellenistic pagans that have come on here, and also modern Celtic pagans as well. Oh, let's see. You have a friend named Lilith? Does that count? Yeah. Rub-a-dub-dub. Space Force in a tub. Nice to see you. What are you doing in your bathtub right now? You're watching me, right? That is the best place to do it. You're lathering up. You're getting cleaned up for your day, watching the bard. And our good friend, our resident theologian of Cozyology, Vixus, is here, a lover of pans. You are recreating the Weather Star 4000. You remember that from the Weather Channel for fake analog TV box, which runs simulated TV channels and programs like in the old days. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's some type of, there's a little bit of nostalgia there for me, right? To see those old TVs, channels, and you'd have to, so you're making like a video game out of it, like a simulator. Yeah, that's very interesting. Anubis is here. You are Anubis, Nathan? Capt K089. A good day to you. I hope that you are here. Captain K, good to see you. Born in 1989. That is your day. Yeah, you're glad to be here. And then Brainless One, glad to have you here. Any Barthians in here? We have Bardians. I don't know about Barthians. The Bardians. Oh, what is it? Now I'm thinking about Karl Barth. Is that what you're talking about, the theologian? Terrible philosophical system. If anyone remembers the Weather Channel, how it was in the 90s, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Is this the Fury? The captain is present. Yeah. Everything and everyone was better in the 90s. So I will go back 10 years. 80s. The 80s was the best for me. The 90s was like a transitional stage. Kind of like the 60s, you got the 70s as a transitional stage. All the good stuff for me comes from the 80s. Kevin, good to see you. Good to have you here. Um, yeah, let the bard fill your cup with wisdom. Yeah, if you people find wisdom here, that's wonderful, right? That if you are enjoying it, go up and touch that thing. If you experience the power of the bard, you see that thumb up there, give it a touch. Let's see here. What are we saying here? That's what that's what I'm making. The Weather Channel station takes data from NOAA to give live weather forecasts for the entire state, plus marine weather. It's channel 14 right now. Channel 1 is the Sci-Fi channel. Remember that, the Sci-Fi channel? Now, I don't have cable TV anymore. I don't even know is there still a Sci-Fi channel? That was like my favorite channel, like in the later 90s. Had all of those good shows on there. And then in the 2000s, the early 2000s, I loved the Sci-Fi channel. Um, and Channel 3 is the old Discovery documentaries with ads and bumpers. Oh wow, that's interesting. I'm sure that you'll certainly find a good market for that type of game. People love simulators, right? They're always selling. I have a Steam account. I have several, probably 100 simulators at least on there. Uh, Vixis is crazy smart. Yeah, I think that you're going to have a lot of success with that game, and put hidden stuff in it too, where people can find secrets in the channels, a big agenda that's taking place. Maybe aliens. You used to watch late night horror movies with your grandma on TBS. Fun times. Yeah, those were some good times, right, back then? Yeah. Anyone else love the Smurfs? I did when I was a child. I watched the Smurfs, the Gummy Bears. I think the Gummy Bears was like the best one. It had a lot of like lore in it. I don't know if people remember that. Uh, is standing on the shoulders of giants who made the framework, filling in your own stuff. You like the idea of turning on a TV and getting whatever I'm getting? Yeah, the good old days, right? You never thought about being a bard, yet I play piano in real life. I'm just words, yeah. Well, the idea of the bard to me is a person who could take you on a journey, to the ancestral memory, to the place of the divine. That's how I live out. Yeah, anyone can play, a musical instrument. Anyone can say poetry. Anyone can do satire and entertain. But the bardic tradition that I'm inspired by my ancestors, it is like a spiritual reality that helps people, and it is something we're all connected to, whatever we are doing. I mean, it's a universal principle that I try to manifest in my life. We all have the ability to sing and to recite, and it really has to deal with the voice. So when you're thinking of bards, their gift is their voice, and how they're able to help you to connect with the memory of the ancestors, to help you take that journey to experience the divine. Um, let's see here. You play piano though. That's beautiful, right? I have a daughter. She plays as well. She has a keyboard though. I don't know if that counts. That's all we are able to get her. Uh, yeah, she plays. She plays all kinds of instruments. She plays the horn. She plays guitar. That's probably her favorite. Yeah, she plays the drums. I mean, she's like one of these people that have all these talents. She can also act and sing. Um, I don't know if she is able to dance. We've never gone down that. Those people you call the triple threat. They can act, sing, and dance. Yeah. The Care Bears. Yeah, yeah. The Care Bears is interesting, right? They have some interesting. I remember watching that when I was a child. That kind of got like preschoolish, though. The Care Bears got kind of preschoolish there that many people weren't interested in it. Uh, didn't take it seriously when you at least were like probably, I would say, when you got to be maybe 7 or 6. Care Bears, no, no more Care Bears. Um, Same with My Little Pony. I had one of my sons. He loved his ponies, but then he grew probably maybe he got to the age of 6 or 7. And he's like, no more ponies. Yeah, I remember one time where I showed him a real pony, and he said, "That's not a real pony. It doesn't have wings," because he was used to all of these flying ponies and stuff. Yeah, on his show, and the My Little Pony, it got kind of more interesting than it when it first started out. It was very, you know, preschool oriented, but then it became a subculture where people, the idea of the brownie. There were people that gathered around the ideas and principles that they I saw it as a psychological phenomena of nurturing. Yeah, a lot of these young men that were brownies, they were finding the maternal experience from the show. I know some people might find it bizarre. My son, he has autism, so he was into the ponies for a while. Um, but I know there's a whole subculture of people that really enjoy that, and they find nurturing from watching these programs. Let's see here. The Smurfs present a lot of weird questions, like why there's only one girl Smurf. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. The Smurfs, right? Gargamel, that was his name, right? Asriel was the cat. Yeah. Did anyone see the Smurfs movie that came out in the 2000s? It came back. It came out right after Brokeback Mountain, and Gargamel, and he's like, some that saying from Broken Back Mountain, I can't quit you or something like that. He said that to his cat. They're like, oh boy, that they have gone beyond normal standards of sexuality, where he said now making reference to sexual desire for his cat, which was kind of bizarre. But it was supposed to be humorous. It was People weren't supposed to take it seriously, but the Christians started crying about it right during that time. Um, let's see here. You watch so much Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh my, the good old days. Um, where are we at? Yeah, scrolling through here. Yeah, Samurai Jack. That was a good. One of my sons likes that one. Yeah. She was sent by Gargamel. Oh man, yeah, probably Gargamel created. Uh, what was her name? Female Smurf or something like that. Lady Smurf. I can't remember what the hell her name was. Created by Gargamel to lead the Smurfs astray, and they converted her. Yeah, that's what happened, right? That was part of the story. That's true, actually, right? She was created by Gargamel, right? And then she got converted. Yeah, that's actually a real, from what I remember, that's accurate, right? You still have your stuffed Smurfette from the 80s. Look at you, Tracy. You've kept the nostalgia alive. You've continued to. Smurfette, that is her name. The Smurfette, right? You have kept the memory of life. Yeah. Childhood was devoid of Samurai Pizza Cats. How do I follow this or learn more? What is it called? Bardism? Well, that's what some people call it on here. I practice druidry, Captain K, and you can. Uh, I have all kinds of videos on druidry. I am a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, and I share my experience and practice as a someone who has been inspired by the bardic traditions of my ancestors. Now they're still going on. They in like Wales. My ancestors in Wales, they're the only the modern Welsh people still continue these traditions. But I merely am someone who's inspired by them. I do it my own way. Yeah, look into Druidry. Yeah, Bardism is just a joke. It's not. That's not a proper title. Someone says that on here. Um, Biker Mice from Mars. Oh man, remember that? Battle of the Planets was a great show. What about Silverhawks? Some of you like, whatever happened to, or Wheeled Warriors? You don't remember Wheeled Warriors? Wheeled Warriors! Oh, let's see. You have to look that one up. Transformers, yeah. Everyone knows Transformers never died out, right? I think the GoBots were cooler. They had a lot more cool stuff. Let's see here. Oh, the brownies, yeah. Wait till the sun gets here. Why? Where's it coming here? Yeah, whatever brings them joy. Yeah. You didn't like it? You didn't like it? You see, you're all over to play with a Martian game. I think GBA, Martian game. Your favorite blue comedian is Eddie Smurfy. Oh, man. Eddie Smurfy. There we go. Getting into the depths of diversity. Let's see here. Where am I at here in the comments? Scrolling through here. Oh my. The blue, yes. It was French. You think so? Real fan is here. Good to see you. Our friend, the real fan. He is real. He is the real thing. He is the real deal. Good to see you, real fan. Good to have you here. Samurai Jack is one of the best TVs of all time. Yeah. My sons love that show. Let's see here. No. That was not intended. Oh, shoot. It was Butt Ugly Martians on GBA. Smurfette, they have little Frisian magic cats. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, turned out Vixus is canceled. Oh, no. So you picked up the wilting like a year ago. You thought just past time, but it's relaxing. I just looked up Druidry and have finally found your people. You have found your people. We are here for you. And if you're interested, I have several videos in the video section about Druidry, my presentation of it. Let's see. Oh, Whore of Whores. Oh, no. Let's see. Extraction party position. Uh-oh. Yeah, we were, speaking of the position, right? We talked yesterday and the day before about the sodomy laws, the anti-sodomy laws in the United States that me and my wife were talking about it. And we looked up which states still have it on the books. Florida, where I live. I got to watch out when I go meet up with my grinder date. The sodomy police force. Now, it can't be enforced because there was they're still on the books, but they cannot really be enforced because of the Supreme Court decisions. But there's like 17 states or 15 states in the United States that have anti-sodomy laws, which I think that's kind of ridiculous. And it's not fair. Why not anti-oral laws or hand job laws? I mean, why sodomy only, right? Doesn't seem right. Where's your pentacle background? I took it down because it's become a nuisance to me. People coming on here asking me if I'm Jewish every day, and people saying there's a cultural symbol for me, but people say that I worship the devil and stuff. I'm like, I just don't want to talk about that shit every day. Yeah, so I had it up for probably a month, and now I'm just going to have the Awen symbol. because this really represents what I do here. So I took the pentangle down because of all of the uh, nonsense by Christian fundamentalists. Are you worshiping the devil? Are you a witch? I mean, really dumb things, and the bigotry. Insulting my Celtic heritage, saying that I'm working for the dark side because I have these images. So I don't have a pentangle on the background anymore. Silverhawks was your jam. You remember that? Long time ago. Fritz the cat. Don't remember that one. We changed up the backgrounds. Haven't had Caledwin in a while either. Yeah. Let's see here. The Gargoyles. Oh, man, that was a good one. The Gargoyles. That was a good one from the, I think, 1991, 92, the Gargoyles cartoon. That was a good one, yeah. Yeah. The Song of Moses. What about the Song of Moses? What do you want to talk about, Rick? Will you say the Song of Moses? What is that? Thundercats. Who can forget the Thundercats, right? There's a lot of sexual energy there between all of them, right? A lot of frustration. You have Lionel trapped he's still a child. He is trapped in an adult body. He's dealing with all of his new sexual energy for Chitara, and then you have Panthra and Smurf. What is his name? Snarf, having a love affair in the background. Panther and Snarf. Unthinkable couple, but they were able to find love in the midst of dealing with Mangara. I mean, it's such a wonderful tale of love in tragedy, right? You saw the Transformers movie the first time where Prime is dead. You remember that? That was from what, 1986? The Transformers movie. Around, I think I was probably in sixth grade when they had the movie, and it was cool because it was the first time in a cartoon that many people heard cussing. If some of you recall that, the Transformers used bad words, so that was fun, right? The ship never knew they found him in space. The ship never knew it existed yet. Our Norse pagan friend Ulf is here. Good to see you. Hail Nord. Let's see here. And our good friend Roku. Nice to see you, Roku. I hope you're doing well. Good to have you here. Courage the cowardly dog. He always found the answers. Oh, courage is so brave. Stonehenge is fun. Yeah, I like your little, what is that? A peacock? Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the butt police. Got to watch out for the butt police. Yeah. You 100% check out the videos. You're welcome. You're welcome. Spinal Tap at Stonehenge. They're having a reunion. You had Betty Boop back in your day. Vixen had Betty Boop in her time. Betty Boop. Let's see here. It is Tuesday. Or no, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. All right. You are allowed to be gay on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but cannot be sitting on your Steely Dan on those days. No. That you get arrested by the butt police. The government really hates LGBT folks. That's why anti-sodomy laws are still in place. Yeah, it is. I think it is. I think you're right. They should have taken these old laws off of the books, right? But they have them on there is a contradiction, I believe, because of people's political views. So they can say, look, it is there, right? Yeah, but that's political. Yeah. Let's see here. All these wonderful people here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. Like and subscribe. Good to have you here. Um, Upside down is the idiots of our pentacle. Yeah. Yeah. People don't understand that, right? Everything is a devil to some of these people, right? Now, they probably don't know what the hell this is, so they're not going to come on here and annoy the shit out of me about it. They have no idea what it is. Let's see here. Some people exist is political. That's not by choice either. Like we're not even people sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Politicians, politically motivated people, they treat people like objects. You're only good if you have something to offer to them, right? And I experienced a lot of that when I was in the clergy. There'd be certain people that, they would advance their place just by using you. You weren't really a person to them. You were a stepping stone. And that's what politicians do. They use people to advance themselves, to get what they want, to be empowered, right? It makes it easier to pass laws. I'll steer away from that right away. I know that's not a good conversation yet. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, my. Thank you, Sean. Ceridwen is the way, the truth, and in the cauldron. No one comes to the hour but by her. I agree. Danger Mouse. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Danger Mouse, yeah. And Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah, remember that one? The mouse. I don't know if is that like a issue? Do people take issue with the Speedy Gonzalez? Is that something that would be like a cultural appropriation topic? We can scream about it in DMs. There you go. Get a political conversation going between the two of you. Um, let's see here. Danger Mouse was awesome. Gilded Goblin, how are you doing? You enjoyed that show, Danger Mouse. Snarf likes to watch mostly. Oh, damn. Oh, man. Snarf, snarf, snarf. Oh, that was actually his booty call noise when he was doing the starfing. Yeah. Um, where do we come from? I don't know. Where do you come from? Like, I mean, don't you have a history that you could draw upon in terms of? Are you talking about humanity in general? We come from Andromeda 9. Uh, we transmigrated across the universe in spirit and body in an atomic form, and have manifested on the third planet from this sun in this universe. We are just pilgrims making our way through the cosmos. Oh, let's see here. Space. Sean is not behaving. Look at that. He keeps repeating himself over and over again. Gotta go. Yeah. Some people consider that, take care, Nathan. Some people consider that trolling, right? Now, if I went onto your Christian stream and I put Ceridwen loves you over and over again, that would be me trolling you because I'm doing it to have a good time. Uh, when you repeat yourself over and over again, that tells me that you're a child or you have nothing real substance to talk about. So, Sean, you're welcome to talk to us when you get out of your little punishment here for being, I don't know, you got a timeout or something. You're welcome to talk to us. You're welcome to share your spiritual experiences, but I'm not interested in copying and repetitive religion. I mean, that's just a waste of my time. And so I will ignore it every time you repeat it. So you're not helping out here. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Where are we going here? Where is that? I just lost my section here. Trying to work my way back. Oh, there it is. What a subtle way of saying you have to serve. He loves you, but you cannot choose anymore, but jealous. Are you responding to what somebody said there? Yeah, the idea of a jealous deity. What does he have to be jealous for if he is all sufficient, all knowing, all powerful? Why would he get jealous, right? I mean, that's ridiculous. Want a shiny? Oh, shinies. Look at this person, Melchizedek here, whining, traditional Roman Catholic whiny is on here. Oh no, you're not the same person, are you? We have another guy that has the Melchizedek name in it, always whining. You are the retired clergyman from the UK that is into fundamental Roman Catholicism. Are you up to speed with Our Lady of Fatima? Yes, I used to pray the Rosary every day. I'm very familiar with it. Now I think it is bullshit. I think Our Lady of Fatima is an evil entity that controls the world through fear and manipulation. I think she is a false lady, not the real lady. Where's my evidence for this? She lied. The faith will never leave Portugal. It certainly did. Portugal is very secular. Now, they'll reinterpret it and say, well, there are still faithful people. Well, there's faithful people in Russia, right? Russia needs to be converted. Bullshit. Russia has one of the oldest forms of Christian spirituality that is very beautiful, Russian Orthodoxy. Now, the people running Russian Orthodoxy, might be assholes, but this ancient religion, that Fatima lady is a liar. And then she exposes the children to this bullshit, tortured in purgatory, torture in hell. What a horrible thing to show children, to scare the shit out of them. I mean, this is either a great delusion and of mass proportion, Our Lady of Fatima, or a demonic manifestation. I think the Our Lady of Fatima is evil. Now, if we go to Our Lady of Guadalupe, I think that is genuine and real, but because she was a Mexican goddess. But Our Lady of Fatima, I think, is a bullshit propaganda by the Roman Catholic Church. And these so-called secrets of Fatima. What a bunch of bullshit. That's how you start fanaticism, is you get a revelation and you say they're secrets. Yeah, that's a scam. That is one of the oldest scams in the book. Watch out for the stiffy police. Oh, you got the stiffy police in your backyard there. Oh, man. Let's see. Her words are coming to fruition. Yeah, she's a liar. Our Lady of Fatima is a liar. Become a channel member. Get access to our Discord and OnlyFans. Like, subscribe, join. It's all there. Buy me a cup of coffee. I do this every day. I am on here every day. And as long as you're paying me, and when the money dries up, so will the baht. The Bud Police, the Highway Stiffy Patrol, oh my. Yeah, Yahweh was not a loving God. He was not even the Most High. Read your Bible. Tell him, Vixen. Tell him. The pentagram goes back to the Pythagoreans and has some very cool hidden secret geometry. Yeah, the Pythagoreans, they're always exalted as this spiritually enlightened group. I mean, they were a cult. They murdered people. I mean, if you didn't, one of them, this is all documented historically. One of their members discovered irrational numbers. That was a heresy. They murdered him, right? The Pythagoreans had some interesting stuff, but they were no different than Christians. You're not doing it their way, they would murder you. I mean, we love rectangles, yeah. But sacred geometry is universal. And you don't have to be a Pythagorean to appreciate it. There are true stories of the Stiffy Patrol. What kind of TV shows are you watching? The true stories of the Stiffy Patrol. Is that like a pornographic reenactment of the Highway Patrol? Oh my. I don't know of any Latino friends who ever offended Speedy Gonzalez, especially with Elmer Fudd. Oh man, Elmer Fudd is the typical redneck, right? Yeah, you do have in the history of the Looney Tunes some things that are no longer there, right? Some of their, like I remember when I was younger watching some of this stuff. the blackface depictions. I mean, these are terrible racist tropes that you find in some of these older cartoons. Uh, I mean, it's some of it was quite ridiculous. White folks hate Speedy Gonzalez. All your Mexican friends love it. Yeah, you have. It makes guilty whites feel good to condemn the things on TV that represent various cultures that people enjoy. Yeah. Um, let's see. Good morning, Jeanette Harris. Good to have you here, our good friend. Nice to see you. Your ancestors came from Mars. Look at that. We have a real Martian here today. It's always an honor to, speak to people throughout the cosmos as we all make our interstellar travel. You ever see Interstellar, the movie? That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Very intense, very dramatic, right? And it has a sad and happy ending, right? A very it was a typical in the a tragedy, but a warm, because he doesn't get to be with his loved ones the way he wanted to. I don't want to spoil it if you didn't see it, but that was very interesting, very intense. Based on a scientific understanding of the universe. What was really interesting is there's this time, and this isn't really giving away the plot or anything, but you had this spaceship that was traveling, and they were in a place where the gravity was very intense, and if they were to go down to the planet, uh, it'd be like a year's travel just to descend into the planet and to return. It'd be like, for them being there would be a few days, but on the way it'd be like they'd be gone for a few years. It was pretty interesting how learning about, there's a lot of good science in Interstellar. And Matthew, what's his last name? The Lincoln car sales. You ever see his commercials about the Lincoln automobile? He's always very serious. I mean, Saturday Night Live made fun of him, his car commercials, right? But he's a wonderful actor as well. Yeah. Your ancestors, let's see. Welcome. Why not? Good to see our large brother here. Why not? Good to see you. We don't like Speedy Gonzalez. Did you know he has cousins? Slow Gonzalez. Yeah. Yeah. Raven, you live in the midst of, a lot of people in Florida, we live in the midst of, I'm a minority where I live. All of my neighbors are mostly Spanish. And Raven, he lives down in Miami, which is, that's like one of the most diverse places in the United States in terms of ethnicities. Lots of Spanish people live there, right? Let's see here. Oh, shoot, I just lost my place in the comments. Where are we at? Let's see here. Yeah, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, I love having these conversations with people. I want to talk to you. I can just keep talking, certainly, but I love talking to you. Now, when I first started live streaming, it was mostly me talking to myself, because I started out, you have like 5 people, off and on, and then it started building up where I had finally a sustainable community where I can have a conversation with other people besides myself. So I'm good at talking, but when you touch the like button, when you subscribe, it allows more people to enter the conversation, and so I can talk to you. I love talking to people on here. These random events make for the best kind of comedy, I think. Now, none of my comedy is scripted. It all comes from the moment of the conversations I have with you. Same thing with the spirituality, right? Sometimes I say things that come out of the moment, right? There's nothing scripted here. Is isolating a part of Druidry? Oh, no. Now, you are free to isolate yourself if you want to. I think you're thinking of like a hermit or something, right? There are certainly people that live that lifestyle, but Druidry has no dogma. It is just earth-based spirituality, and you have different ways that people do it. Like I would be considered a hedge druid because I do it my own way, even though I'm part of an order of druids that have a very precise teachings that help guide. They don't dictate your journey. They help guide it. Yeah, if you're interested in like maybe an order of druidry, I would recommend the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. Yeah, they have wonderful teachings. They have classes. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for the classes, but I've found a spiritual enrichment because I was looking for something, and I shared this on my Why Druidry video in my video sections. I was looking for instruction in how to live. I discovered earth-based spirituality by practicing Eastern Christianity, by practicing what is called Hesychism, which is a form of yoga for Christians. And I kept finding these sayings about how you're supposed to encounter the divine here, not in some mystical place in the sky. And the church fathers that I was looking at, they talked about meeting God in the garden, meeting God here in this place. And I'm like, well, how the hell do I do that? And there was no instruction. Like, just follow the rules, be a good person, fast and pray. That wasn't what I was looking for. That was easy for me to do, is to follow the way of the Christian way. But there was no connection here. And so I found a real druid who helped bring me into this mystery of how to live it out. And so if you're looking for clear instructions and how you can live out earth-based spirituality, you know, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids is they have wonderful teachings. Now you can buy all kinds of books about modern druidry as well. There's lots of good books out there. You know, people do it in their own way. Druidry really is something that is universal to our humanity. You can find it in all religions, all mythologies, right? It's being the high priest of the natural or priestess. That is what we are called to find meaning in the real, the beautiful, the natural. All what is divine. If you believe in divinity, now you don't even have to be a Christian or religious to practice druidry. You could be an atheist if you wanted to, or agnostic. Um, the idea of the natural giving you what you need in terms of spirituality, that is a very important thing that is accessible to every human being. It doesn't have to be complicated either. And I try to encourage people in, sharing my journey, which is very new. I'm very new at this. I started practicing druidry, I think, in July was when I started. Yeah, that's when I met my druid friend. That you could see the interview for that, by the way, if you're interested. I interviewed there's a playlist of interviews that I've done, and he is like one of the first ones about something to do with the Grove or something. There's a few interviews with different druids in there. I think they're all druids, aren't they? Yeah. Everyone in my interviews practices druidry in their own way. Yeah. Some druids isolate in hermitage, others don't. Yeah. Yeah. You don't. Druidry rules are real loosey goosey. Yeah. Yeah. It's about using what is helpful for you. Yeah. If there had to be a dogma, which there is not, is that everything you need is in the natural in terms of your spirituality. That is, I think, the real defining, unifying factor of druidry. And everything is here. Let's see here. Isolating in hermaphroditism. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Let's see here. All these wonderful people here. Loving the earth already brings you like 60% of being a druid, to be honest. Yeah. And I think druidry really helps like our people who are into environmentalism. Environmentalism to me is become more political than anything. It has no real substance other than a guilt trip. What druidry does for people who live the environmentalism is it makes it a spirituality where you can find value and purpose in, you loving the earth. Um, I am against the political environmentalism. I think it is just bullshit in politics and people wanting you to spend money, making you feel guilty. Oh, I got me an electric car. I feel pat myself on the back. Well, the reality of the electric car is that it takes more resources in the world than anything else. I mean, you just bought it because you felt guilty. You weren't doing it to make the world a better place. You weren't finding spirituality in your automobile. You were just doing it out of guilt to be able to be accepted by others. That is just a waste of time. I am an environmentalist, but environmentalism is loving my mother. That is environmentalism. Um, yeah, this upcoming weekend, I plan on making a video about the what it's gonna be about the idea of a tree hugger. Uh, I forgot, I don't know what title I'll give it. The art of tree hugging or something. I'll call it that. And it's going to talk about tree hugging, about the reality of the tree. I don't. I'm still working on the details, but that's going to be my next Druid video that some of you will be able to see next week, probably Saturday. I might do it. No, I don't know when I'll do. I'll get to it. Maybe Sunday. Saturday's going to be pretty busy for me. Your pick is with me in a tree. It looks like your BFF. Well, it looks like you've come to the right place, Captain K. We have many people who love the natural here. Um, Very beautiful. Let me see if I get a close up of your tree here. Let's see. Go to channel. Let me see what you have here. Kyle is your name. Piano and nature. There you are. Okay, now I see it. You're playing the piano and creating in harmony with the match. Look at you. You are a druid. Look at that. How beautiful. You play music for your tree. That is beautiful, right? Let's see here. You feel safe in nature. Yeah. And nature is in you, right? And so I think the goddess has brought you to the right place here today. To be able to find a community of people of like-mindedness. It's okay. Glad you fixed it. You are broke. All right. Our Mother Earth is the safest place we've got. Space is real dangerous, right? Now, I try to think long term in terms of humanity and what the modern druid of the future. I'm talking about 1,000 years from now. Looking at space exploration and learning the order of the universe, the cosmos, to make space a more sustainable experience, a more where we wouldn't need unnatural things to participate in it. Spacesuits and things like that, rocket ships, finding planets and really cultivating an atmosphere, a life, that's how like the future of druidry is like going to the another planet and making it more beautiful, more sustainable for life, in fact, like seeing the whole entire cosmos is one big web interconnecting, and like the earth being the nascent of this. That's how I think. I mean, I know that might be far out for people, but I like to I like to think that what we have here on earth is a seed, that the earth is the ultimate tree of life, and we take the seeds to other worlds, to other planets, and creating this great harmony, this great unity throughout the cosmos. Uh, for a Mormon, you get your own planet, right? With populating it. It's kind of the same thing, but not about sex, but rather the expansion of life, right? Let's see here. God loves us all. Sean, how many times do you need to say that? I don't have no problem with what you're saying. We are loved. We are loved. Even if you don't believe in what you're saying, Sean, we are still going to be loved. Yeah. Love is a universal reality of the divine. Even when you're not thinking about it, even when you're not accepting it, you are still loved. You're never not loved. You're never separated from divinity. And the idea that, Sean, you keep harping and whining about your religion all the time on here, copying and pasting. I don't believe you know that you're loved. If you knew that you were loved, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing. You wouldn't be compelled. One of the things that I learned when I left Christianity is that I don't have to do anything anymore. I don't have to do these things, and I will still be loved. There's nothing required of me. I am loved the way that I am. I don't have to go out and tell people about God. I will still be loved. I don't have to create achievements of proselytization. I don't need to bear fruit, or if I don't, be hewn down and cast into the fire. I am loved. No matter, I was loved when I was, in my mother's womb, and I was loved before that. I was loved when it was incomprehensible religion. When being a child, I was loved. I am loved now. I was loved when I was making bad decisions, and I will be loved when I die. You don't need to believe in it. Now, having it as a guide, this mystery of love, it can help you to develop. It can help you to evolve. It can help you to be the best you can be. People that know they are loved, what do they have to offer the world? Wholeness, right? Knowing that you're loved. I know where you're coming from, Sean. When I was a Christian, I felt I had to be pleasing God or I wouldn't be loved. And now I wouldn't admit that. I would come up, I'd be like, yeah, I'm loved, but if I don't follow him, he's not going to love me. But when you have the word but in love, then it's not real. Think of how I am a father. I love my children. There's no buts in that. Sometimes my children have done terrible things. I still love them. And I'm going to continue to love them. Even, some of my kids have made shitty decisions, but I still love them. And I will always be there for them. That is the way the divine is. The divine is the true parent, the true father, the true mother. And there's nothing you can do to lose that type of love. Now, speaking of parents, I have to go wake up my children for school. I'll be right back. I'll grab the tortoise to say hello to you. I'll be right back. Oh, just give me a minute here. Gotta wake up the children. Children, it's time for school. School is cool. Coming back. Spiritual entertainment, 24 hours a week, 7 days. Oh, let me get my tortoise just a minute. Time to wake up, girl. It's 8 o'clock. Tonight you're going to Wednesday. And I want you to try to look up at least kids on Saturday so we can have a good friendship between you here. All right? We'll talk about it later. You are holy. You are holy. Let me get my tortoise here. Here she is. Here's what everyone was looking for. Look at that gracious creature. Isn't she adorable? She is so precious. Such a beautiful, beautiful creature, right? Now think about that. We were talking about being loved, right? Now this creature, I'm sure it appreciates my affection, right? Before, I love this creature, and it doesn't understand it, right? I have the advantage. I have the intellect. I have, my humanity, that it'll never be able to fully grasp that. It doesn't have to believe in me. I will still love this creature. I will still take care of it. How much more a divine being, because we are like tortoises, right? To the divinity. We are like tortoises. We are incapable of fully comprehending the reality of the divine. And yet, we are loved. You don't have to be more than what you are. You don't have to achieve an idea to be loved. You are loved. Just as I love this creature, we are loved by the divine. This is how we are. There's a goal of understanding that we'll never be able to achieve. And we don't have to. We are still loved. Right, tortoise? You tell them, you are loved. Look how serious her face is. She is telling you right now, you are loved. All right, give them a kiss. All right, there you are. All right, putting her back. Thank you. You did such a good job on that. Thank you for that. That was such a good teaching. All right. But today I'm giving up. All right. Had to tell my daughter some things there. She's complaining about school. All right. Here we are. I have returned to you. I understand that I'm in the process of relocating an entire farm. Broke as hell. Jeanette, you're relocating your farm. So you're on your way. You got some land somewhere in the wilderness, and you're getting ready to transition your animals to this place. Wonderful, right? Sean, if I convert, will you have a conversation with us? Yeah. What is it going to take? We will convert to your religion for $20 here. It doesn't take much. I mean, copying and pasting won't get me to convert to your religion. $20 will. Any religion you want, give me $20 and I'll make your religion holler. For the low price of $19.95, Gwendolyn will embrace Jesus. Yeah, it's not difficult. They play it on the antenna, no filters. Oh my. Bring back bugs in drag. Oh my goodness, yeah. I saw this funny thing that came on my feed was these people that were in drag making a children's cooking show about cucumbers or pickles. It was Mr. Pickle or something. It was kind of bizarre. It had RuPaul on it. I don't know if anyone ever saw that before. It was really strange. The show. This guy, they were putting pickles on a sandwich or something. It was, I guess, it had some history in the diversity community in New York in the 90s. Truly a discount, yeah. He does wear drag, doesn't he? Yeah. Loch Ness Monster is here. Good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here. For your spiritual entertainment, go up and give me a like. You see it right there. That little thumb up there on the top of your phone. wants a touch. You can use your finger or other appendages. You speak of Looney Tunes, many adult humor went over your head. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there, right, where you don't get until you're older, right? Um, let's see here. Greta Gremlin was your generation. I don't remember Greta Gremlin. That must be really old. Uh, are my messages not sending? Oath, I've only seen one. I've only seen the one message from earlier. So maybe not. Maybe not. One Sunday a month, one payment. Look at that. Natalie is here. She wants me to convert. Reiki Master here. Just be you. No conversion needed. You are loved, all of you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Natalie has convinced me not to convert to any religion here. That's all it takes, right? Can we get $21.99? Can we go up? We'll convert to different religions here. We'll make our way. But we thank you for the sentiment, Natalie. That just the way you are is enough, right? As Natalie reminds us, you don't need to convert to anything. You are loved by being what you are. Your best experience for the divine is being yourself, right? No need for conversion. No need conversion. Now, we do it as a jest here, but you don't need to convert. Thank you, Natalie. I really appreciate that. He left a guy on a ship for 40 years. Oh, man. Oh, man. Your hell messages keep disappearing. I guess YouTube doesn't like it. I'm not doing it. I didn't even see them. Yeah. Hugs to all. Starboy the Night is here. He's got his candlestick out here. He's whipped his candlestick out at us. What do you want to do with that, sir? Yeah. Let's see. Where are we at here? Scrolling through here. Wow. Just a little bit behind. Let's see. There I am. Welcome back. Look at here. Biscuits and gravy is ready. You got your beginning your day with a biscuit and some gravy to get you going in the day. Bard, this is crazy. My daughter got really pissed off at me for letting my grandson watch Looney Tunes because they were too violent and Speedy drank tequila. Yeah, they're always nitpicking at these cartoons, right? I understand. I used to be the same way. I had all of this guilt and things and how to be a parent with my children. And I learned that my children will watch it anyways. When I don't like them to watch, they'll find a way to get it. So my parenting technique was to help them to use discernment. If they're going, some things are off limits, obviously, but if they're going to watch something, trying to condition them to engage the culture rather than hiding from it, teaching them like the fast forward button. Like I don't want to watch, have them watch people screwy, use the fast forward button. That's one of the things I've really been very successful with my children is because, teaching them to navigate around the pornography. And that begins in commercials. I mean, they make commercials that make you want to get a boner, right? Here, look at this vacuum. She's got her private parts hanging over the vacuum cleaner, right? Teaching them how to engage that without getting involved, because there's so many traps with all of this that we're exposed to every day that wants to draw you in and dominate your life. And pornography is a great evil that does that. It dominates people's lives. It enslaves people. You compromise your whole life by your involvement with it. Let's see here. Just druid vibes. I'm looking into the ideas of the monad. Quite interesting. The ancient idea of the monad. What I don't like about it, I don't like kenosis. I don't like the idea of returning and reuniting. I don't see that is that means the world you live in is an illusion, or it's fallen. These are old philosophies that you find still people believe in today, that we have to Platonism, taught about returning back, right? Henosis, being absorbed back in. And it makes the material world irrelevant, right? I don't see it that way. I think unity with the monad is not losing your humanity, not losing the world you live in, but participating in a way that you make it more and more and more divine. Unity with the monad is not losing yourself, but becoming more of yourself. So I don't like those old philosophies. I think that they're responsible for a lot of escapism, and obviously Christianity is all about that, right? They don't like other gods. Can we offer the same thing, even better? I wonder if they result to calling them demons. Their deity is, this is the thing, right? Everybody wants their deity to have the largest penis. I mean, that's just, even Canada, she should have the largest cauldron, right? So you like the Greek Hellenistic side? You like that old stuff? Yeah. Gaia and Uranus, Earth and Sky. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of wisdom in people's mythology, people's religious experience. But in these things that they give us, right? They had a certain mentality. They had a certain way of seeing the world that allowed them to create their understanding. And I think that as we're entering the age of Aquarius, right, we are going to be able to see the difference. That the ancient people, they did not like the world they lived in. It was a terrifying place. They did not have the things that we have today. And because of this, they wanted to leave it. Or they thought they were broken, that all that mattered was a soul inside of them, right? That all that matters, right? I don't see the world in that way. I don't see it like my ancestors do. I think the world is in a state of becoming, that evolution is a spiritual reality, that everything is evolving, everything is becoming more and more than what it was. That's just how I understand it. Look up Robin Kiemer. She blends Native American wisdom and modern ecology science, an amazing writer. She was your advisor in college. Look at that. There's something else that you're scratching your head. In youth ministry days, love you, God, hate the world. Yeah. This is the problem with transcendent religions, right? You hate the world you live in. You try to escape it. Loving things here makes you an enemy of God, right? If you love, for instance, going to the theater more than going to church, you are sin, right? It's a terrible, terrible philosophy of the ancient world, because they saw the world as fallen. They saw the world that you lived in was bad, and everyone had their own way of doing it. Yeah, monad is a Hellenistic idea. Yeah. Braiding Sweet Grass is the book that brought you into nature spirituality. Look at that. It sounds very interesting. Clips to go. This is what our greatest ally thinks of Jesus. The Talmud. I'm not interested in your anti-Semitism. I am an ally with all of humanity, not just one people. One of the stupidest things in the United States is the Christians, they act like they care about Jewish people. They idolize them. They think that they are the center of the universe. They send them money, not because they care about them, because of their distorted understanding of biblical prophecies. It's really sad. But I'm not going to even get into your bullshit here. They tell you, no, since they fell in the world of sin and evil, we are not in a garden. Yeah, the idea of a garden is you return to it. That is what the whole Jewish religion is about. The creation of the temple is the garden. It's a return to it. It's a return to the place where God is here. That was the Jewish religion. Now, when you get to Christianity, God becomes a space alien. You have to get beamed up to it. He's not here no more. And then Islam, it gets even worse, where God is no longer even a father. He's above all everything, and he expects the best kind of performance, or else. You always found Greek and Roman mythology to be too haughty. Celtic, Egyptian, and Buddhist pantheons are more interesting to you. Yeah. Let's see here. Where are we at? Send me some Christmas cards now. They're just, you don't read my books. They are just full of bad poetry. Oh, man. You saw it at your First Nation store? Look at that. See, we need a book of Gwendolyn. Yeah. The book, The Tales of the Orchard. Oh, let's see. Not in a bad way, but yes, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, I'm at the tortoise time. Look at that. And we get to see a tortoise, definitely my kind of place. Yeah, I love sharing with my animals. I've been sharing a lot of animal videos. People like those, right? Yesterday, I put my raccoon in a video of my raccoon that lives in my backyard. Comes up on my screen, starts scratching at the screen, wants a sandwich or something. Yeah, they say you shouldn't feed them. I do. I always leave my scraps out in the backyard for the wild animals. Because if not, they'll just go in your garbage can and tear it all up. I have no problem doing that. And we are dependent on one another. So you're causing a dependence. Well, yeah, I am. I am depending on them. They're dependent on me. So now probably some of the food I give them is probably not the best because it's, old chicken bones and stuff like that. Let's see here. Awesome. Turtles all the way down. Yeah. Yeah, if you enjoy being here, like, subscribe, go to the join button. Join our community. We have a wonderful community for the price of a cup of coffee. That's all it takes. Think about that. One cup of coffee, you get 7 days a week. Always there's content on here. I have the fastest growing channel on modern druidry on YouTube. A lot of the other people they don't have daily content. They are not always putting out videos, right? That's what we have here. Herbs and animals are life. Yeah. Legalize the dreamfish. Okay. Lady Swamp Hodag is here. One of the reasons you shed away from Christianity because they put down animals as less. Yeah. And that is terrible, right? It's not even, the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 11 that animals will be our pets in the kingdom of God, right? It's all there. They do have spirit. These stupid ass Christians saying that, animals have no value. They just die. It's so dumb and wicked. It contradicts their own book. Yeah, nice to see our friend, the Reiki Master Natalie. Always nice to see you. And my neighbor, American Maker, is here. Good to see you, neighbor. Good morning. Sheik is here. Good to see you, Sheik. Good to have you here, our friend, for your spiritual entertainment. I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Thank you. Let's see here. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Oh, my. So many of our friends are here. Yes. If you can understand the thinking behind the delusion, it's easy to deconstruct. Yeah. And our good friend the demon is here, stopping in with a like before he hits the clock in the workplace, teaching our young cadets here. Good to have you here, our friend. Always nice to see you. Always good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment. Let's see. 20 till Father Christians charge 10% plus seeds. Oh, man. You better work it, girl. Yes, RuPaul, on the dance floor. Katerina, nice to see you. Good to have you here again. Jareth Gowan, dog, you are awesome. Thank you. I try to be. There's only one person bringing you spiritual entertainment here on YouTube, and that is me. No others. That's not spiritual? Well, what do you call it then? What do you call it then? Yeah, I don't separate spirituality from my life. Everything is spiritual. Smeagol, good to see you. Yeah. Look at this. See. Oh, you can reply to these comments now. Look at this. It's time to reply to Super Chat is expired. Oh. YouTube is oppressing you. Yeah. These people just making up cartoons now. Yeah. Yeah. Some of these cartoons that they make are just they're ridiculous, right? Some of the cartoons, the humor in them is just it's like a lack of manners. I mean, there's no like potty humor. I mean, some of it is quite ridiculous, and I don't find it entertaining. Let's see here. Where am I at here? In the chat, trying to catch up. It's hard not to be yourself because anything else is a lie. Yeah. You need to convert to devilism. Why? Why do I need to convert to devilism? I never even heard of devilism. Is this some type of new religion in the world? Devilism. Never heard of it. Tell me about devilism. Once your loose chat is full, you're converting you all to goblins. There we are. We are going to be joining the goblinality, right? Let's see here. Daniel's wailing. You want to be a goblin? Make me a goblin. Yeah. Always wailing the Daniel. You will be the first. Goblin, you'll never find me. Oh no, Raven's running. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. You haven't watched porn since 2025. Well, it's not good for humanity. It is. It will not allow you to evolve when you're stuck in your primal instincts of there's all these chemicals that for survival in our body, they play off of those chemicals. They allow you to stay in them, and it doesn't allow you to develop as a human being. You fast forward most of the Outlander for the next season. You love the story. You didn't need to see the sex and violence. Yeah, that's what I'm watching. What is my watching? House of the Dragon. This is some things you can't forget in that. Before you hit the fast forward button, it's just there, right? I saw the largest penis I've ever seen, and I've been in jail. I've seen lots of penises because we all take showers together and stuff. But on that show, it was like ridiculous. My wife's like, that can't be real. Let's see here. You are good at that, by the way. Yeah. You've enjoyed Raven's videos. Yeah. That was the only reason why you read Outlander. Oh, man. My mother liked to read those Fabio books. And she was, I remember she had like thousands of them all over the house. I'm like, what's going on with these books? I tried reading one. I'm like, no, this isn't for me. Do you believe in other creatures of the world, such as gnomes and fairies? Of course I do. These are all things my ancestors held sacred, so I accept them as a reality. I can't prove any of it, but it's just how I understand the world. You have a little goblin friend here. Let's see here. Yeah, goblin is right there. He is the gilded goblin. But we call him the gelded goblin. We do it the same way we do with the donkey. Let's see here. You believe in gnomes and fae and other nature spirits, definitely. Yeah, I think there's evidence for me that there's more here. That was one of the things I was interested in when I was looking into mythology of my ancestors, the fairy religion, and at the same time reading the book of Enoch and seeing that even in the Jewish tradition, they they saw that there were beings that govern nature. And you see that in the book of, if you have ever read Enoch, he goes and sees that the reality behind the natural environment is that there are spirits doing all of this stuff. And like that's fairy folk. Uh, Texas Cherokee for the win. You're not much of you left, Daniel. You are from East Texas and you are Cherokee. Yeah, we have a lot. We have a Cherokee, not too much on here. A lot of Lakota people are on here. You watched a documentary once where they uncovered the mummified remains of, they said, could possibly be a fairy, human shaped but only 8 inches tall. I think I remember that. That was quite amazing, right? But people have all ways to explain it, right? They won't believe in it. The fairies help you a lot. The gnomes are more shy. They help your garden. Yeah. See, that's the thing. They're attracted to beauty, right? These beings, I believe, they are attracted to the beautiful. That it brings them, it reveals them in some way to us. They're always at these profound places of beauty. I think you misunderstood Plato and the monad. Nature is the logos. It depends on what type of Platonic tradition. I was thinking more of Neoplatism. Uh, the monad is nature is the logos, uh, where they derive logic. Nature is divine and up to mean a beauty. Yeah. The logos is in all things, right? The logos is what reveals, right? It's okay though. I love Druidism too. Yeah, I'm familiar with, and when I speak of monad, I'm talking about henosis. I think it's a terrible philosophy. I think it's a terrible spirituality. The idea of going back, like one of the things that you find in like the universalism of the great Christian philosopher Origen. He used Platonic philosophy to talk about this idea of salvation, and it was really really bizarre. Now, universalism has never been condemned as a teaching in the church, but Origenism was, because he saw that angels and us were all fallen from the monad, and salvation is returning to it. It was quite bizarre. You can't look at your berry patch and not feel that you're in the garden, that there's in the garden there. They are very elusive. They certainly are. Yeah, they don't always want to show themselves. You pray and berries come out of the dirt. Tell me that's not Eden. Yeah, right there, right? Eden is beneath your feet if you're willing to take the journey. The journey is making the beautiful, creating the garden, right? That is your connection to the divine. You have the power to do that. That's how I interpret the mythology of Genesis, is going out into the world, leaving the garden, but not leaving it, extending the boundaries by making the earth beautiful. Uh, that is the revelation. That's what when I was practicing Christian, that's what I understood it as. Party time, Greeks and Romans. You found a fae to be highly sensitive. Any wrong move of eye, they will split. They have a lot of substance in their cultures. The party types, yeah. They were fond of your dad, and they around you. One said hi by making a small tree branch bobble by itself. Look at that, very interesting. What an interesting experience that you've had. You haven't seen the raccoon? I will go watch it right after the live. Yeah, yeah. He goes up and scratches on the screen of my back door. Uh, let's see. You pray to Roman goddesses Fortuna. She is the goddess of luck and the traveler. You had the video with the insect one explaining everything exists for a reason. Yeah, yeah, most of those videos are from my backyard, right? Join us, folks. Become a community member. Consider supporting what I do. Thank you. You feed all the local cats, and sometimes they come to you like, help, I'm a vet. I do what I can. Thank you for your service to the animal folks. Appreciate that. I really appreciate vet people that are there for them, right? You have a great heart, yeah. All I want for Christmas is to be a goblin and and go about robbing. Now, not all goblins are robbers. Oh, my word. Animals got spirit. Yes, they do. Animals got connection to the divine. How about you? There we are. Patrick, hi. Good to see you. Always a joy to be here, Bard. Your lives always make my morning a good one. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with me. That brings me joy, that I'm bringing joy into your life. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Where am I at here? Oh, man. Where am I going? I'm not too far behind. There. I found myself. Let's see here. Where am I? You think animals have a direct line to angelic realms? Really? The most entertaining cartoon you can think of is the Animaniacs. Yeah, that was in the mid '90s, right? You are growing so fast because you talk with us and spread love. Thank you, Lady Swampodak. Thank you. Daniel, your desk is covered in gems. You can't even eat breakfast. You got a dragon egg that are cheap and priceless. That are cheap to priceless. Oh, you're ready? Where do you buy dragon eggs at? Plus, you make fun of hatred in a good way. Yeah, I try to. I try to. We have fun with it. Devilism sounds terrible. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with it. You forgot about the Animaniacs. That was great too. Yeah. Blessing and the Muppet Babies, right? When are these people going to grow up? How long are they going to be babies, right? The Muppet Babies. It is true, I hate the world. Well, I don't really hate the world. I found the hate the idiots of the world. Yeah. That's what I was saying. This is one of the most entertaining cartoons you will ever see. The Animaniacs, really. Mountain Fat Jade, Chocolate Jade, Imperial Burgundy Jade. Oh my. You want a potato taco. I've never heard of that before. The idiots outnumber the ones in intellectual compassion and respect. Every time you travel into the world, you are simply reminded of that. Yeah. Well, the world is getting better, right? The world is getting better. Even though it might look bad on the news. I think we have come a long way, and we're going to continue to grow. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. I haven't watched that one yet. That's the next one. Yeah, I love the story, the telling. I don't like all that other stuff. I think it's unnecessary. Potato tacos are a sacrament. Oh, they're really. Gosh, Fabio was on so many of your mother's book covers growing up. I thought he was just really a prolific writer. Yeah. Like he's got nice hair. Yeah. Fabio, right? I wonder if he's still around. He's got to be quite old now because those Fabio books, they were into the 70s, right? So when they started. Yeah, he can't remember all the "Can't Believe It's Butter" commercials. He was doing those. Fabio, remember him? Ho dogs are mythical creatures of the swamp. Ooh. That guy with long hair writes a lot of books shirtless, yeah. I had to be gilded. I was too mischievous. Oh, man. We have Krusty Gnome here in America. Anyone want to take her off her hand? What is a Krusty Gnome? I never heard of that. You are a practicing Celtic pagan, but I also worship the Roman goddess Fortuna, right? Now, do you like flip a coin and stuff? Fortuna's luck, like Timora. I swear these guys on the road today, oh man, yeah. That's why I do my most cussing. Yeah. The goblin is not too late to turn away from the loot side. You are the Ho-Chunk tribe. Oh, look at you. Spell checker, Ho-Chunk. Did you see in the book of Trampus? And I am reading the author ties the original druidry to the Anunnaki. I found that fascinating. Yeah, there's all kinds of different theories and ideas about druidry. I mean, it is intrinsic to our nature, and there's different mythologies, different ways that you see it in the history of humanity. That's in the Anunnaki. Yeah, they taught us how to cultivate the land, how to make beautiful. They gave us the secret knowledge for shaping the cosmos. They tie everything to the Anunnaki. Yeah. You haven't seen him this morning. He's reading a book together and Discord, The Druid's Handbook by Joshua Free. Yeah. God is not in all things like inanimate objects. There's nothing that exists outside of God. Now, objects in reality, everything you go back down to the energetic level. Where does the energy come from? The energy ever exists, right? Nothing is separated from the divine, even a piece of cardboard, right? Things are sustained by divinity. If you want to go to that philosophical, the idea that things are outside of God, like a God creates ex nihilo, I think is a terrible, terrible philosophy. We are the gardeners. God was found in the mud. Yeah, that's how I see it. You always thought it strange that folks ask for a miracle, but if they take a moment and look at nature, it is filled with miracles. Yeah, all of that energy is there. You know, I made a video last month about druidic magic, 5 ways to practice druidic magic or something. And it really is working with what is already here, using your will really to make the world a better place. And people would, they think it is magic. And that's how they want to define it. You met the man in ayahuasca. He sat me on his lap and put my shoes on for a while. I was trying to kill an archon. Oh, yeah, the archons are always controlling everything, right? The gardeners of the grove. We come from the mud. Shoot, I just lost that comment. Damn it, where did that go? Let me see here. We are the gardeners. We come from the mud and end in the. We return to the mud. Yeah. It will be a miracle if any of my Nostra Tatums grow this year. The squirrels are eating all of the seeds like spicy snacks. Look at that. The bunnies really went after our wisteria this winter. Yeah. Let's see. Not sure if it will work, but my grandfather used to spray lemon and lime juice on his garden to keep the animals from eating the seeds. Now, wouldn't the acidic properties of the lemon, wouldn't that be something that would harm the plant? I mean, I'm not a gardener, I wouldn't know, but I would assume as much. You've done a lot of hitchhiking in your time. You've seen magical creatures out there in the middle of nowhere, like trees walking. You've heard of fairies and fae whispering in the trees. Beautiful, beautiful. You should have started out by saying, hello, my name is Gary. I show up every once in a while. Yes, I recognize your name. How could anyone forget about GHGGGGHHG? Yeah, it's good to see you again. They're worth $100, dragon eggs, really? I want to try that. Let's see here. Yeah, you've hitchhiked from Key West, Florida, to Washington State several different times, just to see and find magic in this world, wherever you believe it or not. It is out there. It is. Yeah, and you don't have to go far. It's all within you. Yeah, that's beautiful. You look a lot like Fabio, but you're missing a couple of teeth. You're the redneck version of Fabio, right? You got camouflage pants on and no shirt. But you look like Sergeant Slaughter with no teeth. Guinea hens look after your garden. They eat all the pests. They keep other animals out. Great birds. Yeah. Guinea hens. People would be surprised the stuff they can see and find when there's nobody around and just you and nature. Yeah, magic happens. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, we don't do politics here. Yeah, we don't do all that stuff. Strange science is here. Weird science for me. It was weird science when I was a kid. Like, my parents let me watch that. Good morning. Super Scott is here. Oh man, look at all the jewels going out there. He's on fire. Black Loki, you have returned. My lover, Black Loki, is here. Once you go Black Loki, you don't come back, as you can see here. His performance is, all that you need. Let's see here. Scrolling through here. All these wonderful people. Yeah, if you're here, remember to go up there. I'll be here for probably another 15 minutes or so with you. 20 minutes, 20 something minutes, something like that. And I love having these conversations. I do this every day. I am here for your entertainment privilege. So like and subscribe, notify, all of that stuff. I always release content every day. Yeah, before I got on today, I released a clip from yesterday about the alchemy of pain. Transforming your experience of suffering into something powerful. We have the ability to do that. People that learn how to transform, to transfigure their suffering, they are the most powerful people in the world, as they've learned how to do that, right? What would be an example of that? There's this Christian preacher. He has no arms or legs. And he gets up there, and he's a motivational speaker. Everyone listens to him, right? He does not let his lack of having arms or legs stop him from determining his destiny. He has changed his experience into power, right? You have the power to do that. You don't have to let your karma dictate your life. Learn to drive your karma. Learn to take your experience and use it. There might have been terrible things that have happened to you. I mean, terrible things happen to all of us. But the power you have is to take that evil that was done to you, to make yourself great, and to use it to make the world a greater place. You have the power to do that. And you thank the Christians for that teaching. That's what the cross is about. The cross is meant to destroy. It's meant to humiliate. And what did the Christ do? He made it a symbol of overcoming this evil. He made it a symbol of that love conquers all. It is no longer a symbol of humiliation, of the end, because he has overcome it. He has overcome the power of death. That's a very powerful message that I think many people don't take advantage of that you have the power to change what has been done to you and to make it something great. I wouldn't be who I am had I not experienced the tragic things in my life. That is, I have not allowed those tragic things to dictate how I'm going to live my life. I have been able to utilize these events and drawn power out of it. Take care, Smeagol. Let's see. Lime, you don't want to change much damage. You are not strong to change the soil pH. So you're speaking of yourself. Lime. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. What about your brother Lemon? Does your brother Lemon change it? You don't watch the news. It's toxic. You find out what I need. Yeah, I don't. I tend not to watch the news. I used to listen to like talk radio stations and stuff. I don't even do that anymore because it's always repetitive bullshit and always political, always sad. Yeah. The only news I really get exposed to is turning on my computer in the morning. There's MSN says something or whatever. Oh man, Black Loki is buying space. Good to see you. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Black Loki is on the ball here. Sweet jungle boots, dragon tattoos, and long hair for you. The best thing you ever watched was the TV show Supernatural. Yeah, you love Sam and Dean Winchester. Yeah, that was a good series. I never got into that one. One that was like it that I really enjoyed was Grimm. That was really well done. I really enjoyed that one, Grimm. Let's see. Yeah. Black Loki is real. You've seen him in the show. And where's all of the other Lokis? Why is it always you who is coming here? What about my other Loki friends? Good to see you, our good friend, the morning astrologer. Lewis is here. Good to have you here, our friend. Let me reincarnate to show more support. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like the stream and spam the hearts of the side to help us spread the love and the good message. Yeah. Good journey, fair folk. Until next time, take care, Jeanette. Thank you for stopping in. I hope that things work out with your transition of animals to a new place. I don't even know what you're saying there, Daniel. Sean's still going at it here. Still repeating the same message over and over. You're just waiting to go back to work. You have to a cast iron tub down 2 flights of stairs today. Oh my, you must be of incredible strength to be able to do that. Cast iron down 2 flights of stairs. Gary, that is difficult. What is the symbol behind me? This is the Awen symbol. It is the symbol of modern druidry. That's what it is. Jesus is what they called you in prison. Oh, man. The Awen. Let's see. Bradley, good to see you. Hail, Caledwin. Grand rising to you. Always nice to see you, Bradley. You look at Raven Sanders here. He reincarnated just to come on to like the stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Soil is slightly acidic. Forest soil, coffee, and beer all have the same pH. Coincidence? I think not. Look at that. Look at that. Ted Anderson, the rapture is at any moment. Ted here comes on and says this same phrase, just like every day. He's waiting for the rapture to happen. Keep waiting. 10 more years. And this time, get it right. Make sure you're disrobed when the spaceship comes around. You were just thinking, you remember as a kid, you had Scruff McGruff taking a bite out of crime. Smokey the Purveyor preventing forest fires. Woodsy the Owl giving a hoot, not pollute. They are now gone, yes. Where it happened to all of these icons of the past, right? Today's folks don't have those icons, and they grow up and there's more forest fires, more crime, and more pollution. Yeah, we need to bring back these icons of our childhood to help fight crime and pollution in the world and fires. Cool Head Mountain Man, good to see you. When you were, oh shit, where was that here? When you were teaching, we had a police officer bring in McGruff one day. It was really cool to see him again. Yeah. Those were the good old days, right? Yeah. Cast iron tubs. That's classic, right? Some forest fires are healthy for the forest. Yeah, Gwendolyn here is an expert, actually, right? On forest fires. This is part of your education. It's a good reset, but Smokey was wrong. Yeah, it's one of those old ones with the claw feet. I think Smokey was more focused on campfires causing problems than natural forest fires. Most ones done to help the ecological system are controlled burns. Yeah, your tub's going to damage the stairs. Well, you know it'd be easier. Get in the tub and just drive it down the stairs. Let gravity do all the work. That would be fun, right? You could see like it going down, picking up momentum, and then crashing through a wall. 2 more weeks. Oh my, what's going on in 2 weeks? Let's see here. Where are we at here? Smuff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois. Take a bite out of crime. Yeah. Let's see. Is this on EST? Oh. Take care, brainless one. Good night, our Slavic pagan friend. The rapture. 2 more weeks. Yeah. You're a plumber. Yeah. That's a wonderful. AI is never going to replace the plumber, right? That is a job there's high security for being a plumber. There's always a need for plumbing to be done. That's one of the jobs. If you can make a real good living, doing plumbing, but then you have to deal with sometimes the heavy lifting. That is the difficult part, right? Installing a cast iron bathtub or taking it out of someone's house. That is the difficult part. As long as houses are nearby, Smokey was right. He-Man versus G.I. Joe. Well, see, G.I. Joe has all of the ranged weaponry. They have that base with the big thick cannon coming out of it. What does He-Man have? He has a magical sword that's on a timer, right? Eventually, he's going to be Prince Adam again. So G.I. Joe, there's more of a consistency in weaponry. Oh my, look at that. Yeah, He-Man and G.I. Joe, they're both, if you watch their cartoons back then, no one ever gets hurt, right? Yeah, the guns always miss. There's no death, right? The He-Man, there's like wrestling matches there's no violence at all in some of these shows. 2 weeks into the rapture, to quote Twain, don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. Yeah, maybe we're due for a rapture. I think it is just a terrible, terrible belief system that a God abandons the world to chaos and then sends devils down here to run it. I mean, it just makes God look like an asshole. And we saw that. We talked about someone mentioned it. I think it was Vixen, about the woman who abandoned her children before the rapture. She gave her children away so she could get raptured. Why would a God want you to do that? Abandon your children. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible belief system. It just makes God look like an asshole. Yeah, they will keep waiting to fly away until they realize they're already in heaven. Yeah, everything is here. Kevin Smith brought the rights to He-Man and did a new series. He-Man dies in the first episode, but it was strange. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Has anyone seen the movie? I missed it at the theater. I'm waiting for it to come out so I can rent it or something. Did anyone see the new He-Man movie, or did it? I'm pretty sure it came out already. At least I saw a lot of the commercials recently. It looked really, really good. I like how they kind of make fun of modern culture because they use his pronouns on his table. He put he and man. I thought that was quite hilarious. Let's see here. What does he see? Where are we at here? Oh, Martin, you're such an asshole. Goodbye, Martin. That would be fun if it kind of want to keep the tub in one piece. If you don't see old tubs like that anymore. Yeah, cast iron. There's someone certainly would purchase that. If you find an old one in a home, they'll remodel it, make it. You don't find a lot of those, right? The industrial military complex wins again. Yeah, you have to go get your shots in your spine. I have to. I do that as well every month. I have to get those 6 shots in my spine. Uh, Not fun, but it brings so much relief. So enjoy it, Lewis. It's kind of like acupuncture in a way, right? Hobo Roadrunner is here. Good to see you, our good friend, the Hobo Roadrunner. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment privilege. I'll be here for another 10 minutes with you today. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. And tomorrow, I have to take my automobile in to get it fixed. So I might not be on until like maybe between 9 and 10 tomorrow. Maybe 9:30, 10, around there. So I'm going to put the show for 10, and we'll see what happens if I'll get on earlier than that. So I got to take my thing to get it fixed. Deity Pudding. Latte stage capitalism took your sober lizard milk. Oh my, that's terrible. Yeah, I know the feeling. I lost my tortoise had certain flowers that she'd like to eat. They are no longer available. They are no longer available. I know the feeling. Let's see. That gives you a level of stability knowing that Kevin owns the rights to He-Man. Who is Kevin Smith? I don't know who that is. Let's see here. Where am I at here? Let's see here. Yeah, I am your favorite druid, KDR. Thank you. Appreciate you saying that. You never agreed with that mentality, Ravenstan. Yeah. The only He-Man you saw was Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, he was great at it, right? That was the good time. But now they have made a new He-Man that is more accurate to the lore, where He-Man, he's an Eternian, but he's on planet Earth for safety, and he finds his sword and returns. And He-Man's mother is from Earth. I don't know if you knew that. She is not an Eternian. She was a space astronaut that got trapped in space and Eternia. So He-Man is part Earthling. I don't know if you knew that or not. He's a half-breed. Your appointment's in 2 hours? Oh. Nobody wants to dig hills or climb a house, which makes the medium-sized buck. I don't make the big ones, yeah. Let's see here. About to hit the road soon? Good. You broke your back years ago. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Oak and Hill Hermit, always nice to see you. Yeah, blessings on your drive, Lewis. You got regravitated last year? Nice. Oh, my. Soba lizard milk was delicious. You enjoyed it. Did the fronts I got to do? Oh, you have to get your front and rear both done. That sounds like a good package, getting your reach around there with the help. Let's see. Kevin Smith made Silent Bob. I don't know who that is either. Who is Silent Bob? You let no doctor treat you after prison. You brought you back from the brink of death. Sunlight and good food. Good food. Well, I'm glad that you're keeping yourself busy. That's the sunlight. Yeah. It was nice listening to you, Bard, but the coffee has been consumed, and the day must be started. Thank you for stopping in and for enjoying what we do here. Old man, speaking of old shows, have you seen the new Toxic Avenger movie? No, but I remember the first one with, what was the lady's name? Andrea Barboa? Then that was Swamp Thing. That wasn't Toxic Adventure. That was the Swamp Thing. Very similar. It was just as corny as original. Yeah, I don't remember. So I'll leave you with, don't part with your illusions when they are gone. You may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Twain. Thank you. Beautiful quotation. Thank you. Let's spread love and joy all. Thank you, American Maker. Thank you. Always nice to have you here. Bard, what's it say? Bard, watch Dogma. I think you'll like it. It's funny, spiritual comedy. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. That is on the list. It's a Kevin Smith movie. Great movie. Yeah. Dogma is hilarious and good. Billy Elliott, good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Get 5 minutes left to be with you, and then I will return to you tomorrow morning. It's always nice to be here with you people, having these conversations every day. Yeah, check out my other videos as well. I'm always releasing content here. Clerks will always be your favorite movie, though. Very nice. Yeah, we have good experiences on here. Every day there's something here for you, and I enjoy having these conversations with people, trying to inspire your day, to help you to find purpose, to find meaning, to encourage you, to make you laugh. Every day I'm with you, and I appreciate all of you being here with me. And I'm going to head out now, but I will return to you tomorrow morning. You enjoy I inspire you every day. Thank you for sharing that. What a good last word to have in. Your breakfast is ready. All right, take care, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow.